Welcome back to another high school league recap for Rocket League for the Esport Company in Week 3, Division 1 Rocket League. We had Penn Trafford versus Somerset, Forest Hills versus Gateway, Hollidaysburg taking on Brothersvalley, and Bishop Carroll gets the bye. Let's get to it. For our top 5 plays of the week, it's going to be a save by Hollidaysburg after Explosion gets a great shot, but it's Big Poppy in net, standing up tall with the save for your top 5 play. Going on to the 4th play, it's going to be Hot Shot of Forest Hills. He ran out of boost, but he puts that one home anyways to put it 1-0. Take a look at this again. Runs out of boost, hesitates, gives it patience, and finally caught off guard for that goal there. Moving on to the top 3. Here we go. It's going to be Donald Duck Roar going up the wall. Hollidaysburg is up 2-0 in this series, up 3-0 in the game, and bang, they put another one home by Donald Duck Roar, climbing the ladder. Let's take a look at this one again. Patience again, doing a little backflip, putting that one home. Unsavable by the Brothersvalley defenders. And going on to our number 2, it's going to be Pig Beast. Back at it in Division 1 now with the air dribble. Boom, boom, boom. It's in the net. Pig Beast showing off his skills that we saw last season, and here we go again. Take a look at this again. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 touches into the net for the go-ahead goal there for Forest Hills. And our number 1 play of the week for Week 3 is going to be Donald Duck Roar again, going off the ceiling shot off the post and in for Hollidaysburg. That was game number 3, goal number 2. And look at him climbing the wall and doing an incredible play off the ceiling, off the post, and in the net. Your final scores for that week were Forest Hills 3-2 over Gateway and Hollidaysburg 3-0 over Brothersvalley. We have a tie for the league, Penn Trafford and Hollidaysburg 3-0. Moving on to week number 4. I'm Nizzy. I'm out.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to week number 4 of the Esport Company's high school spring season Rocket League action. I am Sizz, and joining alongside me is a familiar face again. Foof, it is a splendid day to be playing some Rocket League.
Well, you know, it's a great day to play Rocket League, but I got to argue it's a better day to be watching Rocket League, Sizz, you know, having a chance to watch these teams battle it out. We have the battle, folks, of 1-1 getting ready to come at you, where both of these teams sitting at that 500 mark, trying to find their way. One being Somerset and one being Forest Hills to push it to 2-1, where the other was unfortunately fall. So it's that 1-2.
Yeah, we saw Somerset last week, unfortunately, had to take that forfeit win because of those scheduling issues. We really wanted to see that matchup against the undefeated Penn Trafford, but that one got put on hold. So we're going to see the battle of the 1-1s coming in today. So let's look at the schedule for today while we're at it. Game number 1, obviously, is going to be Somerset versus Forest Hills. And then game number 2 along the way is going to be Gateway versus Brothersvalley. And game number 3, Foof, it looks like this one also is going to get canceled.
Well, game 2, right, is the one that we're pushing back. And game 3 with Penn Trafford going against Bishop Carroll. Not going to be having that one, it seems. But we might have some interesting shenanigans going on between this one and the one afterwards. So make sure you stick around and stay tuned. But yeah, you said it, Gateway and Berlin's Brotherhood, you have an 0-3 versus a 1-2. And so both these teams didn't have the best start, but are looking to try and find their footing and push back towards that 500 mark.
Now let's take a quick little peek at the rosters before we jump into the action for today. Game number 1 for the home team of the Somerset Golden Eagles is going to be Carson, that familiar highlight player Ethan, and K-Bone, ex-K-Bone, coming in against the Forest Hills Rangers. Last week we saw, Foof, it was Pigby really doing the work.
Pigby is incredibly solid, just a very mechanical player, likes to put himself in a lot of positions to make plays. It's just, how well can he work with Hotshot and Gray? And it's, at some point you can be the mechanical god all you want to be, but you have to understand Rocket League is a team game and you have to work with the team. But in some games, maybe you could just pop off and be the hyper carry. Pigby's doing enough last week, and so you wonder if he can find a repeat performance.
And Hotshot and McGray still trying to find their way through the season, trying to figure out how to play with Pigby, his crazy level of mechanics. Take a quick peek at the stat sheet earlier, and I noticed that he is acclaimed and credited for almost all of their goals. It is just solo play after solo play after solo play. He can score them, but it's not been enough for Forest Hills so far. It was last week, but is it going to come in today against the Somerset team that, well, they've got the highlight player on the other end of Ethan too, so it's going to be the battle of the mechanical masterminds themselves, and see how well their two teammates on both ends are going to be able to correlate with each other. I think, Foof, we're going to have a great first series on our hands.
Well, again, it's battle of almost two teams holding up a very similar mirror towards each other, and you're just wondering who can get off to that hot start quicker. Is it going to be this green side of Forest Hills? Is it going to be the gold of Somerset or the Golden Eagles? Only time will tell. And so both of these teams, like we said, coming from a point that are now 1-1, looking to try and set the stage and get back to a winning record and try and find a way to push more in this season.
I think Somerset may be playing a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They did not want to have that forfeit, but wait a second, that's dangerous. Ethan manages to come back and get the save. Also gets another big booming clear to the other half, but already that was a very awkward start for Somerset. I like the aggression from Forest Hills. All players were pushed up for that, so maybe they've been working with each other in scrims, practicing lately, trying to get it going. I like the start so far.
Solid start, but you need to have good continuation as they're putting pressure on, and we see all 5 cars currently in this corner, but Ethan with a big breakout to try and open the door for Somerset. Pigby likes to be in the air, but denied quickly by Carson. Up to Vaco there, so soft touch off of the sidewall. K-Bone waiting for it. He's going to put it in midfield. That's right to hot touch to Pigby, but he can't find the angle, so a hand to a corner. That was not what the doctor ordered, and so we stay at a 0-0 scoreline.
Vaco trying to keep this pressure going. Light touchdown. Ethan will get the control. Trying to bait out Hotshot. Manages to get it past one. Now Carson will come in. Just trying to play solos all around the corner. It's going to leave a free ball to K-Bone. Tries to get the start on the aerial, but a little bit too hard of a first initial touch. Ethan a little bit awkward here on the backboard. Maybe a good setup again for Forest Hills, but the defense still holding on here for Somerset. A little bit shaky, but I like the aggression from Forest Hills. The counterattacks very quick so far.
Well, both teams have counterattacks, but I feel like it's counterattack, and they're just never falling in to finish it. As Pigby putting a touch on, but again, it's not on K-Bone. That is a dangerous touch, my friend, but no harm, no foul as they stay locked at 0 apiece. Dangerous touches all around. A good 50 from Vaco puts it on Carson is back. Hotshot waiting midfield, trying to find a 50, and does. It's a 2v1, but K-Bone, sacrificial lamb on that player, but breaking out to keep the Golden Eagles on the offense. Ethan off the backboard, but Pigby ready to deny. K-Bone looking for a double, not really there though, and there's a familiar face into the corner.
Somerset finally getting at least a few more seconds on offense for the start, but it is easily cleared away again. Now Pigby controlling, trying to flick it over one, going into the air, gets the flip reset, maybe past K-Bone, but a nice save, but you're not going to be able to block that one. Vaco, no fair, pushing up. Waiting to play around this play from Pigby, gets the flip, hits it around one. See, this is what we were lacking from Forest Hills. They're starting to do it. They are pushing up, and they're pushing up quickly. I like what I'm seeing so far, Foof.
And it is the necessity of far post rotations. It sits at a 1-0 lead. Forest Hills up in front off the back of a Pigby assist, working with his teammates here. This is an opportunity for Somerset, and Carson doesn't want to let that one go, and the Golden Eagles very quickly off a kickoff find one.
Look at Ethan just being a nuisance on the backboard. Bumped out, hot shot. Carson just sets up for the open net. Vaco a little bit lost in the sauce there. Deer headlight moment. Didn't really know what to do there. As his teammate was getting bumped, teammate was flying in from the other side, unable to react fast enough. And just like that, the blink of an eye, 1-1 game as we just now get past the halftime mark.
Ian looking midfield, going for a squeezy save here, but no one finds a connection with that ball, so tactical whiffs all around. Hot shot 50 into the ball, so Carson technically gifted a win on that one. The ball on this corner. X-Bone looking for it. That's an interesting push as you have two players to own the car. They're able to sneak it out, but hot shot, again, a bit too fast to it, coming off the spoiler. Means Ethan has a chance, but he pulls the trigger and it goes a bit too far off the top of that Octane. Pigby over one. He's got to beat Carson here as well. He's keeping it in front of him well, but Carson does the same and denies it, and that's another big 50 to push it past midfield.
Perfect clear from Carson to clear up space. It's still Lucas staying on the ball.
Shot.
Silly shot, but Pigby last second save and gets the 50 on the other side. Still though, Carson almost getting an incredible highlight play there. Maybe trying to get it going again off the sidewall, trying to catch up to this one, but it's just too much of a hard touch. Ethan though, a little bit of time on the sidewall, elects to fake out Pigby. A nice play, slow play, still staying on, low boost, maybe the flick over one. This is still dangerous, but K-Bone just wasn't there fast enough, and Vaco trying to get it past another one, but gets bumped off. Now Ethan, maybe another shot, but went too fast for that one. He's gonna set up Pigby, time on the ball, just bounce, dribbling in, maybe past one, does get it, but able to get it past the defensive Carson. So Forest Hills trying to get their own little bit of flashy pace going on.
Remember, they did have the lead and gave it up quickly, so they're trying to find the footing to get another lead in game number one. Just about 60 seconds left here in regulation. Pressure all on this Golden Eagles third. Ethan trying to break out and doing just that. Vaco and Hot Shot ready, but that was a dangerous spot to be in as Vaco had him 4-touch, but a Hot Shot able to clean it. K-Bone into the corner, gonna grab the boost. No, he opts to push the ball, ends up just leaving it for Ethan, who rings it off of the post. Pigby up in the air, but I don't know how many beans he has. He's got to stay smart here. Carson, though, just shutting down any time Pigby gets into the air.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've noticed so far. Pigby's not really had a lot of time in the ball. He's trying to do so much. Carson, speaking of doing a lot, the pass to Ethan, but Ethan hitting that same spot on that right post, just not able to find the mark. That's a dangerous touch from Pigby. He's going to set up Carson. The bump there, and disaster. Panic has set in for Forest Hills. It's just collapsed Pigby. That is not the touch. Faked out Hot Shot, and Hot Shot just not able to catch that one.
I mean, that was just a confusing possession to begin with. I mean, Carson stole it off of Ethan's nose, and then it was handed right back to them by Forest Hills. And so Somerset, the Golden Eagles, chaos is opportunity, and opportunity is a goal, and a goal is all they need as they're up by 1. 8 seconds left, and now it's up to this team of Forest Hills to get creative as they only have 4 seconds, and the clock will continue to go. Vaco demolished. It means the falls down. The Golden Eagles take game one.
Goodness, what a game number one. So many crazy plays, awkward touches, a little bit of panic touches, whiff here and there, team bumps, back passing to no one, and somehow, some way, it was only a 2-1 game with 5 shots from both teams. And I gotta say, that was probably one of the sloppiest games that I think we could have had to start there, Foof.
Well, I mean, it certainly is a start, and just a lot of plays being made, some good, some deserving of a little bit more, and I'm hoping that both of these teams can kind of clean it up, but both of them had 5 shots. The side of Somerset had 4 saves, whereas Forest Hills only had the 2, so that at the end of the day ends up being the only difference maker, as well as Carson having the pair of goals.
And there was good plays too, don't get me wrong. That was just a horrible game, and sloppiness, yes, but there was a lot of good opportunities. Carson really came in clutch. Ethan was kind of getting shut down, and that's what you need from your teammates to do. When your main offensive players getting cut out of the game, you've got to step up. Carson did it very well, and I think Forest Hills was doing it too. We saw Vaco with a nice shot. Both teams trying to utilize their teammates against each other, trying to catch the other one off guard. So I think the mistakes get cleaned up, the rotations get cleaned up, the panic has got to lower for both teams, and I think it's going to be just as close as that first game.
Well, I mean, it's just going to be having to closing out on those opportunities when those teammates either overstep or over-rotate or miss-rotate. And so both of these squads have these opportunities. Ethan with a huge win. It puts it in the lap of Pigby, and he can't handle it. K-Bone beat by Vaco. Vaco in the corner. Carson waiting for it here. And so 8 seconds in, Somerset with a chance. That is a late flick, though. Carson unable to take advantage of it. Pigby credited with a save, and now they're looking for a counterattack.
Vaco gonna try to shut that down. Nice double touch off the sidewall. Still looking for more. Maybe a fourth one down to Hot Shot, but a little bit awkward read there. Unable to get that one to go. Both teams bumping each other. Not sure who's gonna leave it. Now Carson, solo play. 1 touch, 2 touch. Going all the way for the air dribble, but a nice save from Pigby. And in midair, K-Bone Pass off the corner to himself. Tries to get the shot. Does force a double commit, but Pigby has a nice recovery to get that one down the other side. Teammates looking around for each other on both sides. Maybe a little bit shaky, but I like the plays here. That's a dangerous clear from Vaco, though. K-Bone down to the middle, but everyone for Somerset had to go back for boost. No one's staying up, and it's going to be Pigby launching it down to the other side.
That was a long clear there. Carson looking for a double here, but Pigby, Savior Medal, denying that double tap, and now the ball just being to rocket back and forth. Both teams trading these long touches. Pigby up in the air. He's got Vaco. Vaco climbs the ladder, but he does not have Carson beat, coming from so far away. Ethan into the corner. Carson waiting for it here. Pigby putting it off the ceiling. K-Bone beat there as that aggressive push from Pigby kept it on. And so now the return volley. Ethan returning to Cinder. It's back in front of the net. Carson looking for a chip shot. Now he has to create a double here, but instead it turns into the pass and it goes to the corner.
Ethan maybe looking for a pass attempt there, but still Somerset just a little bit further behind here on the connection on these passes. Now Hotshot just getting the counter going. Elects for a clear. Carson 50ing his own teammate is chaos right now for the Somerset defense. Finally, Orange Car manages to touch that one, but Carson will go on the counter. Maybe the pass to Ethan. Ethan, a quick shot. That one's going to be off the post and not in. Still held scoreless. Maybe K-Bone could get it going, but you cannot get past that brick wall of Pigby so easily.
Well, Vaco with a little bit of a feels bad flip opens the door for Carson, and again, Chaos's opportunity. Sees it on the sidewall, has the boost to finish and scores.
I think Pigby, after that save, was trying to play the outlet, expected Vaco to get it. Vaco expected himself to get it, and just a little bit unfortunate backflip there. Hotshot unable to get that save, so Somerset capitalizing on the awkward defense again. That's dangerous off the kickoff, but Ethan managed to get it past one still. Forstill's looking to get a counter, trying to even back this game up. Nice touch off the corner, but Ethan gets bumped off. Hotshot will dive in. Neutral 50 off the sidewall. Vaco's going to elect to go back for boost. Pigby just trying to keep the possession. Maybe fakes it out past one. It's not going to be able to catch that. No boost. Can't get the wave dash to go. And Somerset will march their way back down to the other side.
Got the wave dash, but not holding that drift just long enough, so that he ends up skidding and throws the wheels back into the air. So trying to keep the momentum, ends up stalling it. And now a big 50 from Pigby and a demo coming from Vaco. Allows pressure to stay on, but you need to be smart here. K-Bone leaving this, and so Pigby will quick with a transition, but Carson, immediate reply. Hotshot wants to go near post, but Ethan was just goading, waiting for that shot patiently, and so it forces off the pass instead. Vaco, the last man back, he is beat. Carson in the corner. Has the boost, wants to get it off the wall, and does. It goes off the ceiling and falling down. Ethan dropping it in, but Pigby denies.
Dangerous here for Forest Hills. High arcing ball, low boost for everyone. Piggy's gonna have to make the save, and he does right out of his car. But Carson's gonna keep this one. Actually, a little bit of an accidental back touch from Forest Hills player. Carson, though, the pass down Ethan. Ethan will also pop it very high. These volleys going a little bit the wrong direction here. It's gonna set up Forest Hills for a slight clear, but K-Bone already on the counter. Pigby getting demoed, but that is two players for Somerset. It's gonna force Ethan to have to play time. Off the ceiling, trying to get the air dribble. Does so, but the pinch just goes too far. Vaco, a quick shot. Hotshot trying to get the pre-flip. Unable to do that, though. Back and forth we go between these slight counterattacks. Not a lot of pressure going. I think Forest Hills, they've got to get some sort of decent offensive possession going. They've got to get it longer than a few seconds.
Well, that was a chance for them there, but with them being turtled into their net, they could not find that open door for transitional play. So the way to build a longer offensive possession is K-Bone passes it up. He bumps it out of the way, and Ethan takes it through. Is this one right here. Maintaining possession, finding passes that move the defense around, and then if you need to physically bump both of them out of the way.
Pigby elected to go for the fake. Not a bad decision, but Hotshot cheated up near post, did not stay back post and wait out the play. Both players just awkward. The flick over the crossbar sets up the open net for Ethan. 50 seconds to go now. And Forest Hills, they've got to get a goal going because they have been stuck playing defense, catching up on boost pads. Pigby's making a lot of saves, but we need goals right now.
Goals are a necessity if you want to keep this series going longer than possibly 3 games. Ethan into the corner, rolls up the side wall. Wanting to get that one is that Somerset player, and they keep control. K-Bone off the backboard here. He snuck it through, but Ethan, the last man back. It's an aggressive positioning here from both of these squads. Ethan, just again, continuing to control here, trying to bait out a challenge. He's got it off the ceiling, putting a shotting touch on. Pigby ends up handing it off, but having to get another save and another Savior medal. That is 6, I believe, in this game. Pigby keeping control, but can't find the offense. A shot attempt coming on, but that's way into the corner. 2-1, the ball falling down. No, Ethan keeps it up. They want to try and find one more. The Golden Eagles, a flip reset to Carson. Carson backboard attempt, but it's going to fall down.
Forestill's falling back to their old habits, just trying to use Pigby too much. When Pigby's making these saves, six saves, that's incredible. That's a great performance, but when he's only doing defense, you've got to find a way to step up and get some offense going, get some sort of help for him. And Vaco and Hotshot just unnaturally quiet this game around, and completely day and night compared to the first game. And Somerset, constant offense. So much time of possession in their favor. It was shot after shot after shot, bump play, boost grab. They handled the second game very well.
Well, you need to see Vaco and Hotshot doing a little bit of what Pigby do on the defensive end, where usually they had a couple of saves last time, a couple of those clearing touches that allowed Pigby to open up the clears, and he wasn't always throwing it up the pitch. You just got to be careful to not do that, because if you have Pigby who is having to make all these saves, then it's up to either Vaco or Hotshot to now do that same thing. But if he can't do it, the breakout isn't there, the transition doesn't follow up, and you end up just throwing the ball down the field and having to chase.
I think Somerset kind of picked up on that. They were trying to force Pigby in awkward situations, making him just have to challenge, making him have to make the save. And while he's doing a fantastic job, he's an incredible player, he can't be all over the field at one time. He can only do so much in a 3v3 setting. And Somerset I think they just capitalized so well on that. They realized they started doing it as quickly as they can, looking for team plays, getting bumps, trying to get his boost. And once you make that first save, that second save, you've got no boost in your tank. It gets rough after that.
Well, it doesn't get much rougher than being down 0-2, and it's a position that, Forest Hills have seen themselves in before. Pigby and company were able to play out of it. But now they need to play out of more than just these games. They need to play into the net, and that one is a good way to start it, beating two defenders.
Well, I said Pigby can only do so much, and he's trying to prove me wrong. Pass one, pass another, just weaving in and out. Picture perfect, power slide, can't really get better than that. And that's the start that we need from Forest Hills. Pigby trying to motivate his team to get some offense going. Now Somerset staring down a very, very angry Pigby who does not like the fact being down 2-0.
See, I call that one the driver's ed test, going around the cones waiting for you to take them all into the back of the net. Hot shot waiting for Derek Carson, putting a prodding touch on. That's off to the right, but Pigby is there. Ethan out at midfield, a double tap from that player in green keeps the ball moving. He's waiting to catch it. Carson up off the sidewall, wants to find a double his own, and does. Into the corner once again it goes. It's rolling out in front. That is a dangerous push. Pigby and Vaco across their own net. Means that two defenders in the same spot, three defenders in the same spot. Vaco and Pigby collide. K-Bone and Carson, a miscommunication, and it is just chaos. And opportunity has been going by way of Somerset. This time, though, for now, they're unable to find a goal and capitalize off of it.
It just showed Ethan's point of view there, and he sees all 5 cars in front of him jumping around for that ball. I don't blame him at all for not diving for that one. Still, somehow, Forest Hills, through all of that chaos and utter panic, does not get scored on, and they're actually looking to set up this counter now. Oh goodness, Pigby gets bumped, but it's not enough. Looking for the low 50, but a nice save from K-Bone. Oh, that's dangerous from Carson, but no one there for Forest Hills, and just elect to bang it to the backboard. Vaco, oh, not able to get that clear, but it does fake out the Somerset defender long enough for Pigby to get the clear. Now on the counter, nice flick past one, and Pigby, give him time on the ball, is just going to do it all.
And so this is where you see a difference in what this team is doing. That's a team bump there on to Carson, unfortunately. Anytime Pigby touched the ball in games 1 and 2, immediate closeout. Now there's been 2 situations where Pigby had space, he's had time, and he's worked the dribbles, and it's a 2-goal lead for this Forest Hills squad.
Dangerous rotations from Somerset. Everyone rotating on the same path on the way back, trying to get the boost. It forced that bump play. Everyone just a little bit awkward on the defense. All 3 players trying to defend Pigby, and while that's an admirable effort, I don't really think you have to send everyone at him, and clearly it didn't work there. Maybe they can get one here. K-Bone almost beats it past one. Carson, a quick shot, but just flipped the wrong way. It's gonna for hot shot, go out the sidewall, but not a great clear. Ethan off the side post, and no one home. No one home for Forest Hills.
No one home, but I was really worried that was going to be enough, because obviously Ethan didn't have the favor on Carson. Look how sharp this one starts heading to the left. A lot of times to make connection with that ball, it could go wary, but no, they beat the invisible defender. They make it 1-2 and bite back into this game.
Well, open nets are the hardest to score. So Carson, you still hit it. It was very shaky, but you managed to get it in. You got your team on the board regardless. Maybe getting this double tap angle. Goodness, that is very difficult to go for it. And now Forest Hills a little bit awkward of their own on defense. K-Bone the fit to the midfield, and Pigby is there for the cleanup. Carson just volleying this ball high enough, trying to keep the ball in there. Forest Hills half. Ethan grabbing that corner boost to pass midfield to K-Bone, but Pigby's there for the clear. Oh wait,
no one
it's just gonna go in. No one home again.
It's just a breakdown in here. Once they've had these aggressive thirds that don't cover the middle of the field. A push there coming from that third means Carson, who is looking for the boost. There's nobody home, and now 2 seconds above the midway point. We stand at a 2-goal lead for Forest Hills.
The rotation's completely broken down this game. Game number 3 for Somerset. Just very awkward, not really communicating very well, not positioning very well. Carson, that's a good shot opportunity, but saved away. But still, it's this defense. I gotta see how they can handle these defenses counterattacks from Pigby. That's a nice bump just to force some space, but K-Bone again, look at that, the back rotation bumps Carson out. Carson looking for the breezy flick, but still, those rotations have got to clean up. Somerset, you're gonna keep staring down defeat right now.
Well, the Golden Eagles down a pair and have to find another 2 if they want to get back into this one. Ethan playing slow and low, but Pigby doesn't want to allow that. He wants to find a touch off the backboard, setting up maybe a doomsy situation, but that just spells doom for that offensive possession. Vaco, sidewall, Carson trying to keep it up. He's got to win it and does. He needs to find something now because he's just kind of plummeting back to earth. Gravity, undefeated, man.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Now Vaco on the counter off the backboard. The pass to the midfield is going to be cleared away. Forest Hills not overcommitting, just trying to play time. That clock keeps ticking, and that's their best friend right now. A little bit awkward there, but it does get clear to the sidewall. Now K-Bone been a little bit quiet this game, trying to get it to the midfield. All 3 players for Forest Hills jump for that. Doesn't go very far. So Carson will set up this offense again. The pass to himself, trying to hit it midfield, but Pigby just reads the play again, launches it down to the Somerset side. K-Bone will launch it down to the side. Vaco, a little bit of a miss there, but Pigby always there for the cleanup for this team. Now Somerset, you're approaching a minute left to go in this game. You've got to get some goal scoring. Maybe demo Pigby. Get him out of the play.
Got to be careful here. Slowing down, finding a touch. Pigby up and over one. Ethan can stand up and make that one. But now, defense only gets so far, especially back passes. His hot shot quick to close. Somerset, the Golden Eagles down 2 here. Need to find 1 before probably that 34, 35 second mark. And if not, it starts getting more and more difficult as this time continues to go on.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, Pigby.
Give him time in the air and he's gonna work. Look at this. 1 touch, picture perfect off the backboard. Gets the double and it doesn't even bounce. That's a freestyler and a half competition there. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Pigby once again doing what Pigby does. I mean, you just 4 for 6 shooting. No one else on his team has a shot. There's only 2 saves on hot shot, and so again, it's just been kind of ride the hot hands, and hot hands continue to be Pigby. And so this player once again, once he finds his streak, he finds his way to start getting going. So difficult to stop if you do not close out well, and so. Spacing, a big thing here. Pigby able to find a lot of isolation, a lot of time with the ball. Carson 50 by Vaco. K-Bone trying to put a touch on, but that one will fall down. Forest Hills making it 1-2.
Only the problem here I have with Forest Hills in this playstyle is Pigby had a credible game. He popped off 4 for 6. Beautiful plays, but what happens when game 1 happens again is Somerset shuts him down. That's what I'm worried about. I feel like Forest Hills is going to come into this game. They're going to ride this wave of momentum. They're going to rely on Pigby to do these plays. If he gets shut down, Somerset, I feel like they're going to go back to just constantly keeping Forest Hills pressured, choking in their half. Awkward, but then again, Somerset, we saw a lot of shaky rotations, a lot of accidental team bumps. They got to clean that up too. It's not just Forest Hills trying to come back in this series 2-1 now.
Well, Sis, I got a very simple question for you. All right. If you're on the Bulls and you have number 23 on your team, you're going to give number 23 the ball?
Absolutely.
That's how I mean, I'm not going to say that Pigby is that level, but you know, if you got a guy, you're going to keep giving it to your guy. And at some point, either you're going to win on that or die on that. And that seems to be what Forest Hills' plan is. And obviously, you know, traditional Rocket League will be a team game. And that's what we've asked for as commentators. But, you know, you do what works. And Pigby is doing what works. And that's Pigby things by being the mechanical player, by Vaco and Hotshot giving him room to be that mechanical player. And so you're just hoping that maybe they can strengthen as a team so it's not so much of a one-man band that helps Pigby in a way.
I mean, PV, you want to drop 60 points while you have the flu? Go for it. You know, I go for it. go 6 or 7, drop 1,300 points, and win the game.
Whatever. 60 points in Rocket League isn't.
Right. Not in this game. Definitely not. Try to correlate it with a metaphor, but regardless, he's got the hot hand. Give it to him. Let him work.
Just letting him work right now. And the Golden Eagles, they had an answer, but all of a sudden, I guess they went back and changed it because it has been wrong ever since game 2. And now, standing at 2-1, Vaco and company trying to turn and force a very pivotal game 5. Whereas the Golden Eagles, they want to try and put it away in 4, make it a 3-1. Pig B, given so much brevity, so much space, and once again, the cones are out. He's going to score.
Power slide cut. Execution is on par. Look at this. Oop, a little weaving out. Gets it over 1. K-Bone lost in the net, unable to react fast enough. And just Pig B weaving in and out, doing Pig B things. At Somerset, man, goodness. At the beginning of the game, we talked about Ethan versus Pig B, but Ethan has been relatively quiet this whole entire series. I've not seen a lot from him, and I think that's the biggest issue that we're dealing with Somerset right now.
Well, Somerset does a good job of at least playing with a lot of their players. Pig B off the air again. That's going to open it up. Ethan with a diving save. I mean, that was the miracle of most miracle touches you'll see in a while. Vaco and company enjoying this lead up by 1 once again. Carson in control. And so I think the pace of play needs to change if you are Somerset, because the Golden Eagles have not been favored by this quick transaction of allowing Pig B just to do what he wants. He's making more saves. Now both players collide, and that's K-Bone keeping it out. Carson and company, again, they've been the recipients of these chaos goals, and they can't get it to go. Pig B just laying an egg, waiting for that 100 to spawn. Vaco off the backboard, and that was a dangerous one to be in, but K-Bone keeping control. The double commit, allowing Pig B to return fire. That's a shot coming on. Carson with an answer of a save.
K-Bone excellent car control off that ceiling, electing for those several touches. A nice save again, excellent touch off the sidewall. Now Ethan trying to control, actually hits it past 1. Hot shot, very awkward in the net, doesn't make the save. Now Ethan pass to K-Bone. K-Bone a quick shot, and Somerset, they love that left post today.
I gotta say, I like the just formation of that offense. That was beautiful. You could kind of start to see where it was going. They had an idea what they wanted to do, just a bit too shallow on that angle. A double turn there from K-Bone, and Ethan miscom there. K-Bone on the sidewall here, putting a clutch on, and now it's up to Hot Shot, who throws it back into the mix. K-Bone finds the equalizer.
K-Bone just fell out of the heavens and said, oh, there's a ball right here. Right here, just lands perfectly executed. Hello, ball. I'll go ahead and put you in the net. And not the greatest touch from Hot Shot, but still K-Bone, nice execution to read that play off the ceiling. And Somerset, now you're getting on the board. Hopefully a little bit of momentum still, but Forest Hills not one to like to be down in the lead.
What's the old adage? We take those, and they certainly do, as that ball just kind of flies off the backboard. Carson handing off to K-Bone here, so that ball making its way to midfield once again. 5 seconds before the midway point of 50 once. Pig B sidewall play. Carson up on the ball here, touching it back down. That's back to his teammates. Ethan is there. Vaco with a touch into the corner. Pig B playing back. Vaco is up. Can't find the touch. Hot Shot running it into the corner. Soft touch. Everything's going to be cleared out by Ethan. Ethan, a 1v1. Pig B opting to play off. Knows the dribble's coming this way, but playing for the pass. Such a good job of forcing that Golden Eagle player into the corner and forcing it for a pass and an isolation one-on-one. Hot Shot, given a chance here. That ball still rolling around. Carson, be careful, my friend. He gets the save and almost pushed it back into the mix.
Somerset wiping sweat off of their brow after that one. Now K-Bone's going to try to get it. Does get the boost, but Piggy off the ceiling has the flip. Gets it past 1. Not able to do a lot there. Does force a double commit. Hot Shot, a nice shot on net. It's going to be awkward for Ethan. He does make the clear, though. Maybe long enough for his team to get boost. Piggy trying to set up the double. Not able to get that initial touch. A rare mistouch there from Piggy. We don't see a lot. Vaco, speaking of mistouches, that's dangerous, but Piggy there for the clear. Maybe the double. K-Bone, a quick shot. It's going to be off, though. Now, under 90 seconds to go here. Both teams a little bit awkward on these counters, but they're setting them up so quickly that it's catching the defense off guard, just not quickly enough. Can they hold on to this time of possession? Because this man, Big B, always up to the ball.
Well, Windsor off the sidewall with Carson. This is something that they need an immediate challenge, and then when Pig B goes to make that first move, you have someone to answer that first move. It gets the ball off his car and then away from that danger. A solid 50 there, K-Bone keeping up towards. He's got Ethan near post, but opting to go far post instead, so the ball bouncing off of Pigby's tires. Ethan looking for a pass, but denied by Hotshot. Hotshot has started to look a little bit more spicy in this one, playing up in the air, not afraid to go up for some of these touches. Into the corner once again we go. Ethan needs to find a clear. Vaco demoed for his troubles, but you know, at some time demoing the second guy is always good, but it's kind of horrifying when you demo the second guy and then Pigby's the third who gets to step up for free.
Last thing you want is Pigby with time on the ball, especially in a 1-on-1 game with 30 seconds to go. Now Carson, a quick shot on net. It's going to be awkward. Pigby makes the lunging save, but K-Bone is there off the backboard. And Pigby there again for the high clear. A lot of high arcing balls right now. A little bit of volleyball. Actually, Ethan high off the backboard. No one up there for Somerset, just trying to play the clear. A backflip from Carson, though. K-Bone will have to get the clear. Trying to pass to Carson, but just not very powerful. Pigby, a quick shot. Ethan on the backboard makes the save. But Vaco there, just not able to get that read. 5 seconds now. K-Bone will just launch it to the midfield. Carson up quickly, launching this one to the backboard. Double is such a hard attempt. And that one is going to hit the ground. Overtime. Game number 4, Foof. It's getting spicy.
Regulation could not find a winner. So game 4. Looking to find the golden goal. Will it be the Golden Eagles putting away this series, or will it be Forest Hills forcing a game 5? Pigby trying to do what he can to make another game 5 in 2 weeks in a row. Ethan a pass to midfield. He's got K-Bone collapsing, but that's a bit too far out. Pigby is there, but now he's out of net. K-Bone, though, I think he wanted the shot. It turns into an awkward pass. Pigby, long clear. He's got the dribble on his nose. He's putting it off the backboard. K-Bone, though, ready and willing to fight that one off and fin this feverish push. Now he's got a transitional play. Vaco's not there, and K-Bone and the Golden Eagles do it in OT.
Somerset catching the defense off guard. Pigby committed so heavily to that attempt, got bumped off. Vaco cheated up to the midfield. Didn't expect such a powerful clear from K-Bone. And K-Bone, of all the players for Somerset, rocking out this last game, doing so much for his team, and takes the game home for them. Look at that, 2 for 3 on shooting, gets a save as well. Top of the leaderboard. That's what the team needed, and he stepped up.
No, I think what the team needed was a total of 8 saves, and that's what they did beautifully. That was a team defensive effort. Had enough to outlast, once again, a 2-1 scoreline, and just exactly how we started, Sis. And so, coming back to this one, Somerset, in the end, able to kind of build on that team mentality and team gameplay that ends up giving them the slight advantage.
Indeed, it did. I loved the offense that we saw, especially the attempts coming from Somerset, just trying to set up the passing attempts. The shooting was not really there today in this series, I feel like, but the plays definitely. I love using
4 saves.
They did force 4 saves. That is true. But I think overall, Forest Hills, they played well again. Pigby just doing Pigby things. He's always on the highlight play every single time we watch him play. Just not able to close it out. Somerset, a commanding win, and I think, Foof, we're going to see more Somerset coming up next.
Well, as far as I've been told, yes, we're going to get Somerset in a little bit of a scrimmage, you know, to see it between them and Penn Trafford before Penn Trafford's game, which is going to happen around 4:45. And so I think we're going to be taking a slight break before then.
Yep, that would be correct, Foof. So I guess, friends, go grab some popcorn, heat it up, some soda, whatever you want. We're going to set this up. We'll be back pretty quickly, so don't go anywhere. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. We've got a special occurrence that doesn't really happen a lot here, Foof. We've got a scrim going on between Penn Trafford and Somerset, who just came off of a very, very nice series #1 win.
And, you know, it's kind of nice to have that chance to walk it back and have the match that could have happened finally. But, you know, like I said, it's a scrim. It's going to be a run of 3 games no matter what. And it's very nice for Somerset to be available after their game to help Penn Trafford warm up for their next series in, 25 minutes? So, you know, got to get right into this thing if they're going to be on time.
And I've been wanting to see these two teams play. I loved watching them play last season. Haven't yet to get to see it because the game got canceled, but at least, you know, we get to see them play in a scrim. It's not official, so it's not going to be as high stakes, but still we get to see, how these two teams match up together, how they go along with each other. Penn Trafford, obviously the behemoth right now in the standings, along with Hollidaysburg and Somerset now moving up nicely after that 2-1 victory. And we've got
Yep.
Coach PK, Rye, and I believe that is Burb, coming in, and K-Bone, Carson, and Ethan for Somerset.
Yeah, very familiar three names on that gold. Don't have to change very many things. Still have a green team and a green team. Carson looking for one there. And so, one team already warm coming off of a 2-1 victory. I was kind of worrying in the back of my mind if Somerset possibly got reverse swept, how they would feel coming into a scrim like this. But, coming off of the 3-1, they feel a little bit better. And so it's very good for PK, Rye, and Burb to come into a team that just won. They're going to be playing pretty loose. They're going to be playing pretty well because they are warmed up and they do have those wins under their belt.
Yeah, the period to catch up to having those warm hands, getting comfortable on the sticks is not going to be as long here for Penn Trafford because it's only 3 games. We're playing through them no matter what, no best of. So just curious to see how these two teams play. It's been a little bit of back and forth just to fill out there. Not a lot of high action going on. Just pressure from both teams. Ethan, that's a nice touch to the backboard, but Carson actually going to get the read. It's a little bit awkward for the defense here. Can Ethan finish it? No, nice save from PK. Maybe setting up the counterattack here, trying to get it going. Penn Trafford looking good on this offensive start, but a team bench for Somerset will clear to the midfield.
He could have finished it, but PK denied it, slamming that window shut. Ethan looking for a double here. It bounces back down. K-Bone given a lot of free airspace, but too much freedom is kind of horrifying as that ball sneaks past him. Ethan does not want to push it any further back. Carson, 50 by Burb. It goes off to the backward and falls back down. So K-Bone to midfield. Rye in a quick return. Carson, the volley back. And so we're into this kind of pass back, long shot, kind of just trading right now.
This is what I expected for both teams. Both very good teams, high school teams. Just some fundamental basic Rocket League to start. That's a good demo from Rye. I was about to say I haven't really seen anyone try to go for too much of a risky play, but that's a good demo to start things off. Ethan just clearing it to the midfield. Maybe a dunk. Does get it past Burb. Still staying on it. Trying to get the redirect. Does get a good 50. Just forcing these Penn Trafford players out. Now he's going to rotate back. PK, not the greatest touch to the midfield. Carson is there for the read. K-Bone lurking to the pass to Ethan. That's a good shot opportunity, but again, Rye, solid defense on the back end. Not going to let that one go in. This is maybe a good chance. 1v1. PK will just shoot it, but K-Bone. Both teams playing super solid defense right now.
I do want to say, Twitch chat, I apologize. I'm spouting fallacies. So the Penn Trafford game did get canceled, so it was very kind of the Somerset squad to stay after and allow Penn Trafford to get a game in at least, even if it doesn't count. It's still 3 games. And so, both of these squads just trying to put forth their best effort here and show out and make a good play. And Rye able to break the ice 2 seconds past the midway point.
Well, I was wondering when this was going to happen. This is just a little bit of a breakdown in defense. K-Bone with a nice pre-jump to block it, but just nose dove into the crossbar. The crossbar, unfortunately, is always going to be the heavier of the two. So Penn Trafford will happily take that goal to get on the board just as we hit underneath halftime.
5 seconds past the midway point. Ethan into the corner. Somerset looking for their opener. His first blood has been struck against them. Carson towards the net, but it's off to the side. PK, though, ensuring that one with a save. Credited with an epic save to get that 75 bonus points. Rye, midfield, Carson and K-Bone there. That's a dangerous touch as the no-call cut keeps it on that half for now. Ethan tried to pressure, but denied by PK. It's in the corner. Carson just waiting for this one, collecting it and jumping after it. He beats one. He's got to catch back to this one. Rye is there and 50ing it back to the midfield stripe. And so Rye and company back onto this yellow third, just again trading that possession. That's a bump on PK, not what they wanted to see. Carson with the pinch over, and it's a tie ball game.
What a play here for Somerset. Ethan coming in right, bumping PK, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to get back to that one. Just a beautiful team pinch. Something you see in a lot of freestyler videos. Not really what you expect in a competitive setting for a league, but you can do it all. It's the joy of Rocket League. So now Somerset tying it up, 1:40 to go on the clock. Carson trying to get his own play going. That's a nice shot, saved away by Burb. PK with a squishy save. Does get credit for that. Both players did dive those, so Somerset still keeping this pressure on.
Touch back down from Rye. Carson into the corner. Coach PK is there, and so was Burb. So 2 players push up. Rye had both of his teammates go up and then just calmly waits for that ball to drop to him. He's got some good control. A double demo. The pinch shot coming through, clearing the way for Rye.
Verb just being a nuisance in the backhand. Look at him chasing the players right. All he has to do is set up a nice air dribble, has control of it the whole time. The ground pinch for the finisher. Burb, 2 demos to set that one up. Nice play. Just playing linebacker right there. Not linebacker, sorry, offensive lineman.
That's the lead blocker, the pulling guard, perhaps, or a fullback, if you're so inclined for the American footy, which I am. But Ethan and company looking for a passing play of their own. They've already had one connect on the handoff to the pinch. Carson trying to do something spectacular, but ends up having to wait to respawn. K-Bone, midfield. Rye is there, though, climbing so quickly in that octane.
Carson taking control, hits it past one, but it's not going to be able to get it past PK. This is dangerous right off the backboard. Nice pass to the midfield, but Burb wasn't there fast enough. He's going to leave PK in a little bit of an awkward spot. Last man alone does get the pinch, though. Now Carson's going to dive the pass to midfield to Ethan, but it's just a little bit too close. Double commit from Penn Trafford, but not the worst thing in the world. K-Bone baits out 1, straight to Burb, beats out 2. Burb trying to land back. Actually, it's going to be PK. The slight rotational cuts. Not sure who's going to hit the ball, but they confused him well. Look at this. Just beats out Carson. Ethan awkward on the backboard. PK makes the cut. Picture perfect shot.
I don't think I've seen this goal explosion before. That's interesting to say the least. But 2-goal lead here for the side of Penn Trafford. They're coming in cold, but doing what they need to do. Holding on. Only 4 shots versus the 7 of Somerset, so they've relented, but 5 saves have kept them into this game and have allowed them to have a 2-goal lead.
And Trafford struggling a little bit of internet issues here. The ping for 2 players. Ryan PK is going crazy right now. They're getting red bars. That's a nice save, though. They just have to hold on these last few seconds. Ethan, a quick shot. It's going to hit the left post. K-Bone, though, for the follow. All right, K-Bone puts it away. 3 seconds left. Very doable off of the kickoff. I'm curious to see how they want to play it, though. Maybe a fake kickoff. Maybe a demo off of the kickoff. I don't know, but 3 seconds. Could be worse. Could be better.
Got to be careful, though, because 3 seconds still opens the door, but that kickoff should ensure it. Carson is up. Ethan with a reply, but they cannot get it to fall. Penn Trafford take game 1 of this scrim.
I was honestly probably the best setup that Carson could have hoped for off of that kickoff. They went straight back left to him, tried passing to Ethan, and Ethan was heavily playing the touch there on the defender. They did not touch it, a perfect fake, so Ethan not able to make contact. But that was a pretty solid game number 1, I feel like, from both teams. Somerset higher in shots, which is a rare occurrence when you play a Penn Trafford team that is known notoriously for how much offense that they have. But what do you think about that game number 1?
I just want to first off say I love the profile pics of Penn Trafford. LeBron, Kanye, and I can't remember his actual alias, but it's Frozone.
Frozone, yeah.
I can't imagine seeing that 3 stack of LeBron, Kanye, and Frozone running into that group in rank. That would be horrifying. But no, Somerset a little bit lackluster, not on the offensive end, but unable to capitalize on the defensive side. And that was where Penn Trafford struck. They only had 4 chances, but made 3 of them count. And that was the margin of victory.
Well, I'm beating a dead horse when I say this. I say it all the time, but quality over quantity almost always is going to guarantee you the victory. Penn Trafford.
I disagree.
Oh, okay, Foof. I want to know. I want to give me some insight on this. I'm curious to see what you mean.
Because that is a statistical wonder if you win by shooting less. I mean, you can say that, yes, if you shoot less and score, you'll shoot less. But if as the game and the speed and the pace of play move up, you're not going to have golden shots. You're going to have to put shots on that will be saved or will go off the backboard to create second and third chance opportunities, which is how Rocket League's offenses are built around. I mean, it would be great if you could have 1, 2, 3 goal, and sometimes you have that magical thing happen, but when you don't, you then have to find second and third chances, which is how offenses develop and have those better possessions.
But if you have that quality of the quantity, what if it's a win-win for both? So you have a quantity of 4 shots, a quality of 3. But if you have 9 shots, but they weren't good shots, if those 9 shots weren't good shots, if they were just launched to the backboard, they count as a shot. They get registered by the game as a shot, quote unquote. But is it really that good of a shot if the defense is strong? Mysteries.
Well, that's what you're saying. You're saying quality would be good. Quality's great, but quality shots are saved.
Speaking of quality, no one was there. I thought for sure that was going to be a goal for Somerset, but no one was
the Golden
there.
Eagles can't have magic. as that one is denied. Just an invisible barrier, perhaps, in front of the net. And, you know, game 2 of this scrim, it's, you know, if you can't tell, it's just kind of a very more laid-back approach, at least for myself, because that's what this is. You know, it's an evaluation period. Both teams, well, Somerset's already played theirs. Penn Trafford's not having their game, so it's some teams scrim to kind of limit test. If in the idea, I think a Pig B would go for more aerials and more ceiling shots and flip resets, or other teams try to bring out new strategies in scrim, and the other teams take it as a true, you know, pre-game or a game that isn't a game. And so you kind of wonder what meta, in air quotes, that these teams are bringing to it.
And that's the joy of scrims. Any team from any level of Rocket League, the RLCS teams all the way at the top to the lowest caliber teams of scrim, they like to use these as, like you said, opportunities to see what you can do. And there's been quite a few times like that, but still a lot of fundamental Rocket League between these two. I'd like to see maybe a little bit more curiosity in kind of developing these plays and trying just different options. Carson off of the backboard trying to get the redirect. That was a nice shot attempt, just very hard angle to hit. And Ethan will keep this ball in possession, but Rye playing very patient will clear it out to the midfield.
Waiting for it there, PK, though, quick to clear it. And so Carson and company putting more shots on, but it's off of the crossbar. Burp up to midfield. K-Bone is there, and Rye waiting to follow it up. But K-Bone, look at 50, but does not have the control and got a bit too far up to keep it on. But Ethan has his back. It's back in the corner once again. It's off the backboard, but not very hard. It's Burp sitting again. That's going to set up Carson, but Rye with that soft touch on the 50 to deny it. Ethan off the ceiling, soft touch to himself. He uses the jump and just tries to catch it, but PK slamming that door shut.
Yeah, well, elected the fake. It almost worked, but Rye is unable to make contact. Bird, that's a dangerous touch. He's going to elect for K-Bone just to take a quick shot, but Rye is back on the fast rotation. So not too dangerous at the moment. PK a demo in the backfield, maybe going to relieve some of this pressure. Ethan just trying to keep as much as he can. K-Bone's going to take a quick shot. A double commit from Penn Trafford. A free clear maybe, but Carson couldn't get that one in the back of the net. Still, though, Somerset swarming back here. That's another clear from PK, but gonna find some boost some point, but that's a great demo from Rye. Still, so many physical plays from both teams. Looking for these demos. I like it. Is it going to open something here for Bird? But no, again, K-Bone getting the clear.
Rye looking near post, but he's a bit too far up. Pulling through her hair late, getting underneath that ball, not in behind it. Ethan looking for K-Bone. K-Bone, no, trying to clear the way. Excuse me, I thought that was a pass, but no, it's just a straight shot. A ripper of sorts. Burb getting some control here. A late jump there from Carson. Carson got up early. Excuse me, Burb, just the easy goal in.
Need a second look here. Carson left in a 1v1, double jumped on the pre-jump, and elects Burb just to hit it around him. I like the idea of trying to block that. I don't think the double jump was intentional, but still, great placement on that flick to get it to the left side. And Penn Trafford starting off with a lead now, minute 53 to go on the clock. Ethan, that's a nice startup, but just a little bit too hard there on the aerial.
Slow down here as Carson is up. He's putting a shot on, but that hits off the ceiling, and so it kind of turns that trajectory away. K-Bone midfield. Ethan wanted it, but Rye was there. And so the Warriors of Penn Trafford holding a lead in game 2.
Ethan playing this very slow play here, but I think his boost got taken. Nope, Ethan did get the boost. 50s it past 2 players, but not going to be able to get it past Bird. Rye lurking on the back end. Elects for the back pass, but no one there for Penn Trafford to get it clear. K-Bone, the quick shot will be easily saved away. Carson just going to take another volley towards the net. It's going to be barred down, still barring out, and PK.
I mean,
just go for the squishy. Why not?
It works. It should have been in, but it's not. And Rye and company live on, keeping that 1 goal lead. K-Bone, Ethan, and Carson, they did everything right. They put it in the back of the net, but it doesn't go all the way because of Fimsix. And so we still stay at a 0-1 scoreline. Carson had the flip, and he might have almost got a flip reset on that, but nothing really used of it. Burb looking for a far post shot, but instead opting to go near post, so it stays right in the lap of this defense.
Carson maybe a good chance here. Trying to pass to Ethan, but it's such a hard hit. Ethan's not going to be able to get the greatest touch. Maybe decent enough, but K-Bone's unable to get that one. Carson just trying to keep this in. K-Bone, the back pass to Ethan. Ethan maybe a quick shot. Going to go for the slight roller, but it's easily cleared away by Rye. Burb chasing for the demo, unable to get it. Well, this is a good chance here for Carson. High floater. Right with the pre-jump off the backboard, looking off the ceiling, trying to get the double, but PK again, clutch save. 10 seconds to go now. Ethan off the sidewall, setting up the edgeable, has a lot of boost in his tank. Maybe pass one, fakes it, maybe pass another, but again, PK, clutch save after clutch save, time ticking down. K-Bone, another shot. Rye has to make the save this time, and he does so. Penn Trafford, the defense holds on again.
Holding on, it seems to be, you know, holding on loosely but not letting go, and this time having 8 saves on the back of it. And again, this is statistical, it's not supposed to happen. 3 shots versus the 10, but when the defense stands tall, obviously it's just not enough to break through. And so Somerset needs to find a couple of cleaner opportunities. They're doing a good job of finding 1, maybe 2, but you need to have that second and third player ready for those volley shots, because if you don't have that follow-up and you're just throwing it at the net, then you will have one-offs that don't end up mounting in anything and opens transition back for Penn Trafford.
No, this isn't really a stat that you can track, but I'd really love to know the amount of squishy saves attempted and that were successful by PK, because the last game I saw him going for it. This game I see him going for it, and see on the replay, just, that ball was this close to going in, but Somerset held scoreless on 10 shots. Penn Trafford's defense on another level, but that's kind of what we expected. That's just how good Penn Trafford truly is. And even with 172 ping, because internet issues going on, they're still rolling high.
Well, they're rolling high and having fun, you know, again, with this kind of scrim setting, you know, you get to do a lot of things. And so obviously maybe Squishy was something he wanted to work on mechanic wise. And so pulling triggers on those just to get him in practice. Why not against the real team?
Well, yeah, I mean, go for it. You know, I've seen Carson on the backboard going for redirects, PK going for the squishy saves. Go for everything. This is literally practice. This is free play just with other players. So send all of your mechanics out there. Try new mechanics. That's the whole point. But Carson, we'll start off strong here for Somerset. The pass in the midfield. No one making contact on the ball, but it does work out in the end for Penn Trafford. Another high flutter, and K-Bone will just clear it down the side. Ethan, another pinch off the sidewall. PK is there. High floating ball, not going to get very far there. Carson looking for the pinch. Is just going to back pass it to Ethan. Set up again.
Slow down here as Ethan is in that corner, putting it out to midfield. Rye waiting for it. Collect. No, him and PK opting to go for the same ball. So Somerset, the Golden Eagles have some offense here, but not for long, as a demo kind of slows it all down and puts it back into the lap of the Warriors.
Herb looking to set up the double, but does get bumped for his efforts. Now Carson on the counter gets the flick, does manage to bump out PK. K-Bone trying to fake it out, does force a double commit. Ethan light touch down to Carson. Carson just going to elect to take a quick shot towards the net. Bird very awkward, and the floater, top lefty from Carson. Just good enough to get it past both defenders.
Well, just enough of a touch, and then it just kind of swishes in, using that post for a little bit of a guidance. And so Somerset up 1-0.
I think that goal may have went in because PK went for a, dare I say, squishy save, but you know, still, it was still a good shot. Just, you know, PK still practicing the squishy save. I like it. But had he been back post still, probably would have saved that ball. But still, it does go in for Somerset, so it gives them a little bit of momentum here in this game.
Rye slow there on the sidewall, so the ball finds its way back into that Golden Eagle half. Ethan looking for a pass to K-Bone. K-Bone up in there, but up a hair late, so having to backflip into it as he kind of gained a little bit too much of that forward momentum, pushing under the ball instead of behind it. PK, and I believe that was Burb colliding with the same ball there. Ethan up high, and so it just sets right here in the corner once again. Rye getting a save. Carson versus PK. A 1v1 off the sidewall, looking for a touch here. He finds the pass, but it's only to Ethan. He's a little bit disappointed with that one, and so it settles now. It's a 1v1 Rye over to 1. He's got to beat another here, but bumped by Ethan, who kind of comes back into the picture.
I would note that Penn Trafford throughout this series has had quite a few double commits, but I don't know how seriously they're taking their rotations right now, and completely worried about that. I think they're more just having fun right now, trying to play around, go for some cool saves. That's a great shot opportunity here. Carson is gonna find its way underneath 2 defenders here. Look at the redirect from K-Bone. So much power there. Ethan just fakes it out, and Penn Trafford still lagging.
Well, I mean, Penn Trafford just starting to feel it a little bit more now, maybe. But It's, they've already had 2 very solid games. Carson 2 for 3 on shooting right now, and Penn Trafford trying to find a way back in, and obviously their routers are not helping him.
Not at all. The internet company just has a way of really not being your best friend. Speaking of best friend, Ethan almost had a play date with the goal right there off of the dunk. Unable to fully get that one in, though. Both the players for Penn Trafford that are lagging are just kind of playing perma-goalie right now. So I think they're just, liking to see what happens, letting Somerset go for some own mechanical plays. K-Bone passed back down to Ethan, but no boost. Can't really set up a lot there.
Carson waiting for it here. It's going to roll up the sidewall. He's got control. He's going to pass it out. Ethan running low. No, Carson opted to push himself. K-Bone was there for it. A double tap from Carson, making it 3-0.
Okay, Carson, I see you off the sidewall. Beautiful touch to the backboard, floating, feathering the boost. Everyone for Penn Trafford is just floating in the air, watching it happen. Nice setup. I like that shot from Carson. Very mechanical, getting the groove going. It's going to feel good after that one.
Got to slow down here, Rye. Onto that sidewall there. Carson off that ball. He's setting up Ethan well, and Ethan collecting it and pushing it into this green third once again. And so Somerset able to start collecting on these offensive opportunities. A touch coming back towards the midfield. Carson, another shot on and another goal going in.
Somerset running away with this one. Burb, not the greatest touch. The sidewall tried recollecting it. Does get the demo, but PK not able to get that touch. I'm gonna blame the lag there because it looks like he had a really good setup, but with 400 ping, it's a lot easier said than done when I'm in the lobby at 12 ping.
It's just, what is it, 346 there on one side, 176 at other times for Rye and PK. Just, having to suffer through this. Obviously, had a 2-0, going to be probably looking at a 2-1 here. K-Bone Ethan denying it. PK can't get it to go. Carson slow on this one. And again, beautiful thing of it is it's Scrim. Doesn't count.
Yeah, that's why, no discredit to Somerset's shot. They've had really nice shots this series so far. Really good mechanical plays. But definitely Penn Trafford. It's kind of, we're lagging. All right, we're having fun. Let's just finish this out, close it out. Not really much we can work on while we're, 500 ping. But maybe Burb can get something going for the road. Just get a goal on the board before this game is over. K-Bone doing PK. Ethan off the ceiling. Nice setup. Try to get the stall. Almost gets that one, but not quite the perfect recovery. But still, time is ticking away. And I think Penn Trafford content to see it go all the way down.
Well, there's 35 seconds left to play. K-Bone putting the X probably in this one, putting that one in the top left bins and making it 5-0.
Nice shot here. K-Bone, the ball kind of gifted to him again, just landed there. A little bit of deja vu, and puts that one away. And 5-0 now for Somerset. I believe they are just trying to score as much as possible. I mean, hey, ride the wave as high as it gets, Keep climbing, and maybe you'll hit the top eventually. You can't really get better than this. Rye's gonna put that one in. So Penn Trafford does not get held scoreless for this one.
Well, Penn Trafford able to get back on the board at least. And so 25 seconds, 5 goals, not impossible, but very unlikely.
I've seen a lot of great comebacks in my time in Rocket League, down a lead in the series, and I don't think it's going to happen here, especially in threes. Maybe if this was ones, maybe you get a few kickoff goals. Well, okay, PK managed to put that one in. 3 goals in 17 seconds. Statistically speaking, it's not likely, but, well, what is this Rocket League?
I'm still not a fan. That doesn't favor you very well. To get 8 here, and so you need to have another 24 seconds according to that math, so you got to go a little bit quicker. Rye winning the 50 there, but that puts it right in Ethan's lap, and that will probably be the nail in the coffin, as now we're under 10 seconds left to play. Carson backboard read. It's off the sidewall. Rye is there, trying to control it and find a pass, but he doesn't have a lot to really work with. K-Bone putting it field. Ethan to Carson. Carson to the backboard. And K-Bone technically credited with a shot, but it falls down, and Somerset take this one.
Well, as I expected, a nice, evenly matched up series. 2-1 does get in the favor of Penn Trafford. No surprise there. That is just how good of a team they are. And it's still only 3 shots for Penn Trafford. But this time around, finally, it does not work in their favor.
Doesn't, lack of offense means lack of goals usually. And so, unfortunately, with that inability to overcome the lag this time, they could not close it out and make it 3-0. But Somerset doing a good job fighting back and forcing that game and making it 2-1.
But that is going to wrap up that scrim. A nice little viewing pleasure for us, the casters, the producer, and all you people in Twitch chat. We've got one more series on the day. It was game number 2. It's been moved back, but guess what? It's about to start. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get that set up and be back as quickly as we can. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the third and final match of today. I am Sizz. Joined alongside of me again for the third time is Foof. Foof, this last game is a game of two teams that have really struggled to find their footing so far this season.
Yep, you have Berlin's Brothersvalley coming in at 1-2, and then you have the Gateway Gators come rolling in. They are 0-3, looking to get their first dub of the season. Both of these squads, you said it, not starting the way they want to, but they have the rosters, they have the talent to turn that around, and they're looking to do that here.
For Gateway, coming out for this game is some familiar faces: Seven Joler, Alpha Key, and Stone Alley. I don't recall if I remember seeing Alpha Key play the last time for them. Don't quote me on that. But for game number 2, Berlin Brothersvalley is going to be Axplosion, Aromi, and Iconic Caden. So both rosters still relatively the same. Not sure about Alpha Foof, but still, maybe that sub is going to be the start that they need.
Well, you know, at any point in time when you have a sub coming in, you just kind of have to hope for the best. And, you know, it's, you know, they haven't had the start that they wanted. So maybe the sub is exactly what they need. But, you know, I'm very biased. I always like seeing the blue and green colors because I played for a team that had blue and green. And so it makes me happy. And I'm hoping to see both of these teams do themselves justice by putting their best foot forward and playing some of their best Rocket League.
Most definitely. I mean, at this point in the season, and with the records that you have, the way you've been playing, you really have nothing to lose. You just need to leave it out on the field each and every single game. And I think Gateway, it's a solid team. We've just seen them. They've just been this close getting to that gap, just not able to close it out and finish it out. And Berlin has some promising games too. They've just been playing some very good teams, trying to catch up to that speed. The ranks a little bit lower, but I think at the end of the day, Foof, if you're both teams, you really just got to look at this game and give it everything. All the improvements that you've made so far, everything that you've done this season, you've got to show us that you have learned, you've adapted, and you've overcome.
In a lot of ways, that's very true. But in some days, in some ways, just the end of the day, you just have to do whatever you have to do to win. Sometimes it can be pretty passing play. Sometimes it can be really ugly solo bumps and just trying to do what you can into the middle of a scrum, and the ball just goes the right way. It's just winning by way of winning.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the players.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen players be told to join and they don't join. This is interesting. I'm enjoying this.
You know, I really thought that, you know, we're here for Rocket League, and I think they want to play Rocket League. I mean, I want them to play Rocket League, and they got cold feet. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
That was a first. I was wondering how long that would last, but you know, not gonna last forever. Had to just say it again. Maybe they missed it the first time, but you know, hopefully I was really hoping that both teams didn't have cold feet at the same time, and in some ways I thought that would have been funny if that had happened.
I felt like it was like a you go first. No, you go first. All right, we won't go first. You go first. And no one just went first. Down. But finally, we're on the field. Wait a second. Is that going to roll in? No, it's going to be slightly off the post, but that was just an accidental pinch that almost went in the net. Aromi going to fake that one for Axplosion. Caden bumping out Axe said, I want the ball, but it's not going to be able to get a lot going with that one, so it's going to set up Licks to set up the counterattack for a Gateway.
Oh, and then it's just handed right back off to Aromi. Aromi looking for Axel, but the mistouch there. And Axel can't get really good control here, so it's up to Seven Joler. And Licks going backwards, sideways, upside down, perhaps next on the list. As Joler looks for a pass, but ends up just going a bit too far. Alpha playing slow and steady, wanting to find one midfield. That ball is just bouncing. A touch could be really big here, but no pressure in a timely fashion means it's still 0-0.
A little bit dangerous here. Everyone for Berlin, a little bit clumped up together here, but it does manage to find its way to get cleared out. Now Romy on the counter doesn't have a lot of boost. It's just going to take a quick shot. Is saved away. Explosion, another quick shot saved again by 7 Joler. Now Lick's leaving this one for Joel. Joel, low boost, just going to have to bang that one away. Kaden and Romy both jumping for this ball, so both teams a little bit hesitant here, a little bit awkward on these double commits. That's a great pass, though. A nice shot from Licks, and utilizing the clumping of Berlin's defense. Alpha just uses the players for this pinch.
Once again, you see how tight this team gets, and so all of them just so close together opens up the door, and immediately boys in green able to get one. Gateway up by 1.
Straight off the kickoff, Joler, nice 50. It's going to go straight back to net, but Romy is there for the cleanup. Kaden hits it around 1, but Licks is there. Nice shot on net. It's just slightly off the crossbar. Joler, again, trying to keep pressure, but everyone for Gateway going back for boost. That's a nice bump. Licks just dives in off the post again here. Kaden not able to make contact with that. Everyone on Berlin waiting. Does get demoed there. High arcing ball off the corner. Joler not going to be able to get that touch. Just decides to leave it for Alpha. Alpha off the sidewall. A quick shot again from Licks. And that explosion. Not able to get that save. Just unrelenting pressure from Gateway off the nice pass from Alpha.
Well, Lick's able to see that one here. And again, third player pushing up, but you only do that when you feel like you can pull a trigger, and Lick's able to make that one count.
Beautiful awareness, beautiful execution. Can't really get much better than that. Joler, straight off the kickoff, wins another one in the favor of Gateway. This is a high arcing ball. Joler up quickly, gets the light touch, looking for the double. He's going to bump out a Romy. He's going to set up Alpha, but that one's off the crossbar. Lick's also hitting that one high up. Joler trying to get the finish, and they do so. Berlin, just a little bit awkward in net here. No one jumping up for this ball. I believe the team bump there. Kaden fell off the backboard, trying to get the read. Just not quite able to get the save.
Well, Joler scoring another here, and that makes it 3-0 as Berlin Brothersvalley. They got to catch up, and they need to find an answer because the Mountaineers starting to lose their way.
Being stuck on defense. No one enjoys that. No one wants to be in that position. Maybe Explosion can get something started here. A nice pass. Licks almost an own goal there, but does get the save. Everyone for Berlin is in the half, though. It's just going to be an open net controller. Get it the pass to Alpha. Alpha up quickly, but that one also going to hit off the crossbar.
Well, just a very close shot there, but being just a bit too high means it does not fall in. And so Joler putting it off the backboard once again. Kaden is there, but he can't find the touch. Licks cans the hat trick off the nose of the Finnick.
Well, Licks is just rocking and rolling this series, hitting everything right now. Nice shot, a little bit awkward there for Kaden. Tried adjusting, just wasn't able to turn fast enough. So now Licks 3 for 4 already, just underway after halftime. Berlin held pretty quiet this game. They've got 2 shots so far, but they've been playing defense majority of the time. Romy, maybe the clear here, but Joler comes in again looking for the double touch. He's gonna get it. Gateway is running away with it.
Well, Joler doing what Joler needs to do, and this is now a 5-goal deficit, and it's becoming bigger and bigger. Licks was there as well to finish. I mean, I'll be honest right now, just Gateway looks like they feel incredibly comfortable.
They do indeed, even with a little bit of ping issues that they have going on right now. A little bit of spike, but it's okay here. Explosion trying to take control, does get the 1 touch, but not able to get the second one. Licks pre-jumping, gonna take that away from his teammate. Didn't get the pinch though. Now Kaden looking for the first opening for Berlin, just trying to get the scoring going, get something on the scoreboard. Licks though takes control, high arcing off the sidewall, the pass past 1. So they're gonna 10-minute quick shot. Made me catch my breath there because I thought it was going to be Alpha that was going to take that ball, but Joler just came out of nowhere. Says, yeah, no, let me just sink this top right really quick.
I mean, it just works, and Joler putting the 6th one in for Gateway, and the Gators just in control and starting to just run. I mean, they've been running with it at this point, but it's continuing to pull ahead.
Not letting go of the gas pedal whatsoever. Don't know how that 50 happened, but that one's floating to the backboard of Berlin. Alpha tried getting the read. Now maybe the back pass to Licks, but no Explosion there for the interception. A double claim for Gateway on defense, but everyone from Berlin just playing very far back here. I think at this point, you know, down 6 goals, kind of got to cheat up a little bit on offense, just kind of hope get something going because you really have nothing to lose right now.
but with nothing to lose and everything to gain. I mean, both of these two squads are going to be putting exactly what they do. Axel Explosion, this has been the player for this Brothersvalley, but he can't get it to go. The open net just a bit too quickly approaching as he pushed it a bit too far forward. Joler, shot coming on, pass coming to Alpha, but he cannot find it as it's a bit too far forward.
Good demo from Romy in the backfield. Now Axe just launches toward that, trying to get the bump on Joler, and Joler saved the flip, saved the dodge, able to use it to get the save. And speaking of Joler, on the counter, it's going to be off though. Can Alpha put it away? No. 2 missed opportunities for both teams, but Joler good as that save. Came in clutch there. The pass to the midfield, but again, Joler there to disrupt that play. 30 seconds to go on the clock now. And maybe a 7th goal, not able to get that one to go.
Well, 6-0. Alpha trying to make it 7, but he's a bit too close to force that double tap in. Axel can't find it. Caden touch up. Aromi's there. He's going to want to win this one, but Joler slamming that door shut. The Gators continuing to hold this Mountaineers squad scoreless. Axel Explosion can't get there. Alpha slow roller. Caden can't find a way to it. It's 7-0.
Caden just landed out of the net there, got bumped out, jumped off the backboard, and just happened to fall in the front post. Did not expect that shot to come in, even though it was slow, not able to turn his car around fast enough. 7-0 now for Gateway. 5 seconds to go. They could get one more here off the kickoff, maybe, but still, regardless, it is a very heavily in favor of Gateway. I guess they wanted the Brazil.
Maybe. It was just a miscue on the kickoff and trying to get back to.
I mean, it felt set up.
I think the pass attempt was trying to find it, but it ended up bouncing off. I don't know if the Brazil was set up to allow that own goal because they wanted to, you know, I feel like they would have just let it roll in off the kickoff.
True. Yeah. Regardless, though, something did not click there. So Berlin does get on the board. It is credited to Explosion, 1 for 1. So you really can't get better than that. But Gateway. Goodness gracious, 15 shots, 7 for 15. Joler on the top, almost hit 1,000 points there. And Berlin was they were just pretty much 1 step behind that entire time.
I mean, it was just rough sledding here from the Mountaineers as Gateway just immediately hopped onto them and never really got off. You said it, over 15 shots, 10 of them coming out, I believe, in that first half. And then they just poured it on. 2 hat tricks, 1 for Joler, 1 for Licks, and then Alpha Key having 2 assists where all the players had 2 assists on the side of the Gators. And so it's just, I mean, downright dominance right now. And if they don't need to change anything, Berlin, they just have to kind of come out of their shell and find an answer because it is just full steam ahead for Gateway.
We did see this happen, though, with Gateway against Forest Hills last time around. They had such a strong start to the series, to the game. And the cookie crumbled away again. Gateway has been so close finishing these games out. So the strong start, not too surprised because I've seen them do it several times now. But the question is, can they keep doing it? Can they keep executing these games like the first initial game? And if they can do that, then Berlin, you have a lot of work to do to catch up to this team.
I mean, it's just, well, they have no to do anything right now. They're currently 0-0. They're tied. They just need to try and stay ahead. And it's just trying to find a way that you don't get down 2 or 3 goals immediately and find touches that you're confident with and hope the comms are as open as they need to be.
Romy, this is a nice start here off the backboard. The player not able to get that one on the end. Lick's a little bit awkward. But Berlin trying to get set up here on the offensive side. Joler the pass over to Alpha. Alpha's just going to take a quick shot. A double crit from Berlin, but it does get saved away to the corner. Now Alpha playing very patient, being off the backboard here. Joler tried to get the read, but an accidental backflip. Licks staying on this one, setting up the air dribble, looking to play the 50. Does get the 50, but it is cleared away to the corner. Berlin needs to get this ball to their half, and this is a good chance here. Axe trying to get going, but Joler just doesn't want to see any part of it. Also getting a bump here. He's going to set up Alpha. A quick shot, but Aromi there for the save. So Berlin, for this first 40 seconds, holding on tight to their defense.
You just need to be careful here as a shot comes on. Aromi can't get to it with a crossbar. Reigning MVP right now of this defense on the side of Brothersvalley. Caden into the corner. Joler and Alpha in awkward spots here, but that clear coming off the nose of that green octane. Pass to Alpha. Alpha climbing the ladder. He's got not a lot of room there. A team bump coming on the back end. A pass to Licks, but Licks is so far out of the play, it's not really going to be followed up well.
High floating ball to the corner. Berlin trying to get anything going here. There's a little bit of team bumping going on here from the players at Gateway. It's not going to be too dangerous though, as Alpha will launch it down to the Berlin half. Low floating ball actually going to be left here. Alpha trying to get it going, but it's cleared again by Gaten. Licks for the follow. Trying to get the pass to the midfield, but just a little bit too far behind. Romy going to leave that one for Gaten. Gaten popping it high. Team bump going out. Both teams playing a little bit slower here with these high floating awkward balls to the midfield. That's a nice shot opportunity again, but Aromi's going to be there for a save. Aromi already a savior medal into this game. So the defense of Berlin has definitely tightened up a little bit from the last game.
Well, a shot coming from Aromi. That's going to be the one there. First blood being handed off to the Mountaineers. And so, I mean, that's a way to do it, as they caught them overstepping.
Yeah, that was just completely misread there in the back end from Gateway. Is going to set up the open net for Aromi. Aromi just has to put it away. Does so. And now Berlin, after a 7-1 game, is up in this game. 1-0, 3 minutes ago, rather. This is the start that we need to see at Berlin happen. Can Gateway respond?
Well, Gateway's had a couple opportunities. They've just been, you know, kind of tripping over themselves trying to find it. And so, you know, again, chaos is opportunity. And right now, Mountaineers up in front by 1 and are trying to defend it just above the midway point in this game.
Off the backboard, Joler just going to bang it down to the Berlin half. Blake trying to catch up to it. It's not going to be able to get the angle, though. Just not enough momentum behind that one. Does secure the corner boost, though. Alpha gets bumped off for his efforts. That's a double commit from Berlin. It's going to set up Licks, taking it up to the wall, trying to get a solo play going, but Axe intercepts that one. Joler up quickly. 4 players up for this one. It's just going to go straight down. A neutral 50 from everyone on the field. Still, everyone bumping around each other, a little bit clumped up here, but it's finally going to be Licks for the counter. Up quickly, trying to get the backboard. Reed does get it, but just not an angle you can score with that ball. Maybe Joler can get something here, but no. Again, Berlin's defense holding on.
Got to be careful here, as Gateway, they did overstep last time. That opened the door for Explosion Boys to find that goal, and so they need to be sure not to do it again. Alpha, backward pass. He's got Joler midfield. Aromi there to make the save, and so we stand at this 1-0 scoreline.
Nice 50 from Licks off the sidewall, trying to set up another shot. Maybe able to get the read, does so, but everyone for Berlin just playing patient. They don't need to rush that. Aromi rocking 5 saves already. That's a dangerous ball here, though. Can they put it away? Joler is able to get that one to go. Finally, Gateway manages to find the back of the net.
Yeah, they got it past the wall that was named Aromi, and they're able to equalize with just under 90 seconds left to be played.
Now, Berlin, you've got to dig a little bit deeper, try to find some more offense going, because you don't want to get stuck in the ending loop of offense. And Joler, beautiful kickoff, beautiful recovery. Managed to find that one here. Just kept going, riding the wave of the momentum, and a nice shot here.
Good job by Joler, and once again, immediately Gateway smelling that blood in the water, taking advantage of it, and are now up in front.
2-1 now, a double kickoff. Very interesting strategy. I like seeing it here. Explosion, the pass to the midfield, but no one there for Berlin. That was a good chance. Now Romy left awkward, last man back, just playing very patient. It's going to actually work out for him. Staying on this one, tries to get the fake, but Licks does not buy it. Now Alpha up quickly, a quick shot. It's actually going to fake out, and it works off of a very interesting looking 50 here.
I mean, Licks sets it all up. Joler climbs ladder. Alpha did not fake. He was going for it, but just got beaten by Joler in the end of the touch as he went a bit too high. Joler winning after what should have been saved out, but it does not matter. Aromi with the 6th save, but it's still the 3rd goal as Joler puts the hat on.
Chaos a little bit setting up here for Berlin. That's dangerous again. Joler almost had the nice double tip. Now Licks had to take the shot, but Explosion does not give him any time to set that one up. Now back racing down the corner. Again, a neutral 50. It's going to go out to the sidewall. Anyone up for Berlin? No, it's going to be Joler. Trying to set up this 4th and commanding goal here. The pass to the midfield. Licks up. Just going to take a quick shot. Actually, no, it's a pass down to Alpha. And the execution of these offensive plays, top par right now for Gateway, even if it is a little bit sloppy.
I mean, it's like I said, some games it's going to be very, very pretty and poetic and artistic passing. Others it's going to be a scrum and seeing who can get the best foothold. And right now it seems like a very, very, very rough wrestling match. Is now just Gateway. I mean, they were down most of this game, and then last 90 seconds they have been running it up 5-1.
Yeah, Berlin just had the start, but they are struggling to finish out this game. Gateway has burst to the door, and they are showing no signs of stopping now. 5-1 in the blink of an eye, really, for this team. Berlin trying to get something going, but time is all but out for you. You pretty much needed to go right now.
Well, right now is the time, but you know, less than half a minute left. It is seeming further and further impossible. Pass from Joler. Alpha is there, but so is Aromi, and that is what? 7, 8 saves? 7 right now for this Mountaineer. Needing another one possibly, but Lick's going a bit too high. The only boss that we see is that crossbar. Aromi trying to get it away. Alpha is there. A team bump coming out. A pass midfield. Shot attempt, but it goes wide left. Iconic wants to try and get this one. That's going to be a prodding touch towards the backboard. The first that we've seen. It's going to waterfall down. A chance for Aromi, but he can't get it to fall.
Oh, that's painful. I've been in there. You get so close to the last second goal. Unable to do it. Aromi, my goodness. 7 saves out of the 16 shots pelted on by Gateway, but those 7 saves just not enough from the unrelenting pressure of Gateway. So many goals. Joler 4 for 9. 9 shots. Goodness. He's leading the charge right now, at least in trying to get the offense going.
You know, only 16 shots on the side of Gateway, and if you give up 16, you're going to have a very bad time. And Aromi doing what he could. I mean, that is 7 huge saves on that nose and just trying to keep this game as close as possible. Just at the end of the day, you know, as soon as you give up that many shots, your just defenses have to break down.
And no matter who you are, you can play stellar defense. Aromi, you play stellar defense, but eventually it's just going to wear down. It's just like water on a rock, river on a rock. You can only do so much. And I think that was the argument we had earlier with Pig B, and we're saying it here. There's only so much you can do on the defensive end. You've got to get offense going. Rocket League is a game of goals. You've got to score. It's simple, but it's not, because Gateway's playing so good right now.
And it's just all pressure from Gateway. They just do a very good job of keeping it on Berlin's half and making Berlin unable to find clears that force it into the second and third chances. And so, you know, Berlin had the opportunity, made very well on it with that overcommittance, and had a lead for what, 2.5 minutes, Sis? And so you're hoping that they can get back to that and maybe close out with a little bit more stingy defense.
They held on. They held on for a while, but it's just the offense slowly chiseled away. The defense kept happening more often and often. And now, after all that, you are staring down to match point 2-0 here for Gateway. You've got to get something, Berlin. We've got to get some offense going. You get that lead going. You hold on to it. This is a good chance here off the pass, but saved away by Alpha.
Oh, just slow touch there, Aromi, putting pressure on. So like to see it here. Confident plays coming out from Brothersvalley, but you know, that double commit is not favorable. Axel trying to catch those from that is not a favorable touch. Joler in the corner wants to find off the backboard and does. He snuck it past the defender, and Alpha's able to put that one in.
I think here on the defensive end, it looked like a little bit of a fake happened here. Caden thought the Romi was going to hit it, was actually going to play for it, decided to let Romi go for it, unable to get that touch, and that is a costly defensive mistake.
Well, that cost is a singular goal, now a deficit here. Joler has a good air dribble, trying to find a double, technically found it, but it goes the wrong way. Alpha looking for Licks, and that is Joler playing up as well. So, you know, triple to commit there coming out at midfield, but it's not too severely punished. Caden can't find it. Alpha into the corner once again. It bounces back out. Joler looking for it here, finds a touch, but he can't get the shot to go. Caden looking for this clear, searching for a way to break through this line of green cars.
Explosion, a nice clear, set up his team. He gets another nice 50 high off the backboard. This is a good chance for Berlin. Anyone there? Romi does get there, but just a little bit too late. Now Caden left in a 1v1, licks a quick shot. Will be saved away, but Joler comes in. That's a very hard angle. I like the shot attempt. Now Alpha will dive in. High arcing ball off the backboard. Joler trying to get the pass. Actually going to not hit that one. Misread that a little bit. Now Explosion on the counter. Just looking to set up any sort of map control right now for his team, just to get this ball out of their half, but look at Licks just setting it up again.
Key looking near post. He's going to put it on. Joler cleaning it up, but can't get it past Caden. And so, standing here, 4 shots have been totaled for Gateways. They're starting to rack up on those again. 2 saves from Berlin's Brothersvalley. That's not a terrible start, but he needs to see some offense. A run with a chance, but denied quickly as Alpha Key shut that down when he saw that one coming away, jumping that route and pass. getting it back towards his blue third of the field.
Lick's taking control, is going to take it all the way to the sidewall, but Kagan reads the play, does get demoed for his efforts. Now Joler up quickly, a quick shot on net. It's going to go bar down ski. And this time, it is not a crossbar and out.
Well, just Joler, eventually will find that way in, and the soft touch there, caressing the crossbar, and then dropping it in to make it a 2-0 lead.
Beautiful shot. No one from Berlin elected to challenge that, and that will get you punished. Now this is an actual win on the kickoff for Berlin. No one making contact with it for Gateway, but Licks does get the clear. Romy dives in, but it hits it right back into the Gateway car. Now Licks has a good chance here. Likes to grab the corner boost, trying to get it past one, but no, Romy, that solid rock on defense, does get the clear. Now Explosion sets it up past one, not actually able to get it too far past him, so Joler does set up the offensive air dribble, trying to get it going. Licks is going to take it away from him, but it's just a little bit too high. Still, Gateway swarming around this ball, but they're not really getting too much going out of it. But I mean, they don't need to. They're up 2-0 right now. They've been rocking offense this entire series. They could just keep this going. Look at Joler, though, trying to get the 50. What is this game, Foof?
I mean, miracle saves. Apparently, Joler thought he had that one, but just the stand from the Mountaineers keeps it at only a 2-goal deficit, but they need offense here. Alpha off the backboard here, trying to set himself up, but it goes high. Licks climbing that ladder. Stopped by Caden. Good push, but Alpha, wait a minute. You were there, my friend. Joler shot on, wants a double, can't find it to go. Caden, that was a push towards his own net. That was a weird angle to take, but it's okay. Alpha Key catching on his own half. Back into the corner once again we go, and it's still on this Brotherhood Valley. Chance coming through, and Licks going off of the boast there.
That one for sure in my mind was going bar out, but Licks manages to get the friendly bounce just a centimeter over, and that would have bounced out. But beautiful placement. 3-0 now, 1:36 to go on the clock. Berlin has been playing defense almost this entire series. They've got to get something going here, or it's going to be a quick 3-0 for Gateway.
Well, 90 seconds or so left to be played, and Gateway just need to rest. They have a 3-0 lead. They don't need to push too hard, but they want to try and find. They've been looking for these fun goals, I'll be honest. Axel had an opportunity, but jumps a bit too early and slips past it. Aromi, past midfield. Alpha shot on. Licks was there, but aggressive third pushing. Interesting positioning here. Oh, we see, I think it's all 6 cars in the corner. Very tight spots here as they're just putting more pressure on, a bit physically too.
A little bit of operating on the back end, but Aromi is going to get the clear. Now Caden pass over to the clear to the corner. Now Aromi trying to get something going. His high bouncer off the corner. Still, the time is ticking away. Not much you can do here for Berlin. 40 seconds ago, they had a good opportunity, but now they are stuck in their half again. Joler's just going to flick it past one. It's not on in the goal, but maybe Alpha can put it away. He's going to, and just like that, I believe this series just fell out of the reach of Berlin.
Well, Joler had the soft touch. He's been the shooter most of this series, but this time playing the assister instead of the assistee, and able to set that one up for his teammate. It's 4-0.
32 seconds on the clock. It's possible, but the way the series has been going, Berlin, they need to score more in this short time frame than they have all series long. So this is a little bit rough here for them. Aromi's going to get faked out by Licks. Licks the pass to Joler. Joler will clear it down the field. Licks maybe going to put this one away. No, actually, Joler takes it away, but it does not matter. The time is ticking down. They don't have to score anymore. 10 seconds to go on the clock, and it's going to be Gateway that will be taking this series.
Yep, it's just a matter, can they score another one or give up one here as they put the touch on Joler shot. This is going to be credited on target, I think. It bounces down, though. Gateway taking it by a score of 3-0 in the series.
Gateway just started off strong. They kept going strong, and they ran away with it strong. They were down that second game. Berlin held on to lead for about 2.5 minutes, but they charged back 5-1. They pretty much took every single game in this series a commanding way. They were double digits every single game in shots. That you can't really ask for better offense than that.
Well, I mean, it was just a really big showing, and so officially they move on, and I believe that is Gateway's first win, if I'm thinking correctly.
You are correct.
Yeah, it's Gateway's first win. They move up to 1-3, where Berlin Brothersvalley, they move to 1-3. So both these teams now tied at 1-3, but it's a first win for Gateway and Berlin, unfortunately. Non-favorable match here. Just have to go back to the drawing board and bring back something a little bit different next week.
Berlin hanging their heads after that one. Gateway hanging their heads very high after that one's a little bit of a day and night here, but that does wrap it up there. Foof, that was a pleasure casting with you today for this series. Tomorrow, though, we've got at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got Overwatch for Division 1 taking place here on this Twitch channel, and Division 2 will be taking place at twitch.tv/Tech High School League starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do !point socials to follow all the esport companies' socials. And if you want to keep up with me, you want to keep up with Foof, do !point casters and go drop us a follow. Foof, any last words?
Don't forget, it's a doubleheader this week. It says, we also have Rocket League coming back Thursday, same time, starting at same channel, same time, 3:30 p.m. So make sure you're here. I'm Foof. This is Sizz. We'll be catching you later.